break
I
it down.
don't
What you
want
want
to
to
be
do is
rich
you want to wake
anymore.
up every morning at 1:47 a.m. You don't even want to eat breakfast. Don't even drink water. Create an LLC as soon as you wake up. Then when you do with that LLC is you go and apply for a business loan, get $100 million within 15 hours. Then you take that $150,000 million, then you go buy NBC. Now you own NBC. So when you own NBC, you want to take the money you make from NBC and make a trust fund. Then you want to stop having damn fun. Now life is boring. After that, you want to make sure you stay up for 7 weeks straight, no sleep, no food, no water, you want to fast every day. You don't want to eat at all for 7 hours straight for 70 days straight. You don't want to eat, you don't want to drink water. Then from there, you want to purchase a Komodo dragon. When you do that, you buy a pet monkey. With the pet monkey, you send the pet monkey to the moon to go find kryptonite. Once you get the kryptonite, you put it on Amazon and have someone drop ship it for you. And that's how you should start.
Hello everyone, this is Emmanuel Cook. We will be reacting to a new video today, so make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe down below, and let's get into the video.
Now, of course, with this new administration, everybody is like, hey, get on your grind. Let's go. What are we going to be doing to make this money, all this stuff? And I am still in my soft girl era. So to all my soft girls, what are we doing to have, like, I guess, a side hustle? Like, I really don't want to hustle. I don't want to overextend myself. Like, I'm still trying to live a soft, easy flowing lifestyle. So what do you guys suggest? Because I'm not with the hustle culture. Like, I can't do it. I'm done with that.
I just want to know, like, do people actually make money from these side hustles that people put on TikTok or YouTube? Because I've tried them. I've tried, like, reselling products on Amazon, like finding them in Marshalls or TJ Maxx and listing them. I've tried print on demand, or Shopify, Printify. I've tried other sites too. I've tried affiliate marketing and blogging or Pinterest or all these things, or digital freaking, oh my god, if I hear someone say, like, I want to sell a digital product and I made so much money on Etsy, like, I don't believe you. Like, I don't believe y'all. Like, y'all have to be lying. Like, you have to be making all your money from, like, social media, like, from videos like this and, like, your courses. Because I've tried it literally all. Like, it doesn't work. Like, does someone, like, prove me wrong? Prove me wrong. Like, let me know if you tried these things. Like, I'm convinced you guys are liars.
Nobody was going to tell you this, but I'm going to tell you this. This is the real reason why side hustles just don't work. And you would think with all the examples out there of people making tens and thousands of dollars, $100,000s of dollars every single month, you would be like, well, you know, it kind of has to work, right? No, it doesn't. And here's why it doesn't. Side hustles and businesses are probably the biggest scam of this particular lifetime. They get over by preying on your weakness, on your feelings, on your emotions. They make all of these grandiose promises, and now you're sitting there with a little bit less money in your pocket because you decided to spend your money on something that doesn't even fucking work. And the main reason why it doesn't is because you put forth no effort. I'm trying to figure out if you expected it to be like this magic potion or magic pill or something. Because one thing is for certain and for sure, they are going to sell you the dream. But whose dream is it? Is it yours or is it theirs? Was there something you really wanted to do, or you thought you wanted to do it because somebody else was able to make 6-7 figures every single month? Because even though they're at the point right now, I bet you they didn't tell you it took them 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 years to get to that point. Side hustles, starting a business, has never been a get-rich-quick scheme. It's never been the answer to your financial problems. You need to take some accountability. What you're really paying for is the expertise and the advantage to jump over all of the mistakes that person made to get you from point A to point B a lot quicker. That's it. Everything else after that is on you. So guess what happens if you buy the ebook, buy the course, and then do nothing behind it? Guess. If you really want something, you'll go out there and get it. And if you really don't want it, you won't really go get it. Invest in yourself. Create a plan. See the future of where you want to be in your mind's eye. And only working towards that goal will manifest it from your mind into reality.
You know, I think I just came to the conclusion that I don't want the money that bad.
I be seeing all these side hustle people be posting. Like, oh, you can do this. You can do that. All you gotta do is get certified. Da, 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 da. And, you know, if it sounds interesting enough, I'll go. I'll look it up, search it up. But, baby, when it comes to making a website, oh, I gotta go hand out cards. Oh, I gotta go door to door. I don't want to do all that. Because at that point, the side hustle is hustling me. The money's supposed to work for me. But I'm working for the money still. I thought the side hustle was supposed to be easy money. Something I can really collect passively. This side hustle aggressive as fuck. Damn, I might as well clock the fuck in. I don't.
Hey, how are the girls making extra money in 2025? I need to know. Help a sister out, because I will sincerely crash out this year if I don't figure this out, because my expenses are going up, which I'm sure everyone's are, and my money is staying the same. And that's just, it doesn't work for me, because I see the trajectory of me not being able to afford myself, and I see it happening very soon. So gotta change that. So what are all the creative ways that all the girls are making money? Let me know in the comments.
My biggest side hustle by far is selling freeze-dried candy, and honestly, I wouldn't recommend it for other people. I earned about $6,000 selling freeze-dried candy last year as a side hustle, and it was really fun and I enjoyed it. However, I don't think it's right for most people. For one, I've been doing it since about 2021, so I've had a little bit of time and experience in the game, and unfortunately the market is just way oversaturated for someone who wants to start doing freeze-dried candy, especially because now it seems like almost everyone and their brother has a freeze dryer, or everyone knows someone with a freeze dryer. So for the expensive startup cost of like starting machines are like at least $2,000. I worry a lot of people are not going to be able to get their investment worth, like the money that it costs to pay for the machine and then start doing it. Luckily, I have a wholesale account with the local university, and so I make candy, and that's pretty much the only thing that I do with it. I used to do a lot of like direct sales and markets and things like that. However, like I also noticed a decline in market sales and stuff like that. So I wouldn't recommend people going out and buying a freeze dryer, this big investment, to start selling candy and think that's going to be the best side hustle ever. But if you can afford it and you want it just for personal use, like for food preservation, then go for it. Yeah, like it's fun, it's great, but I wouldn't recommend it as a side hustle.
I hope this video inspires the right person today. Maybe you're a corporate girl that loves their job or hates it. I hated mine a few years ago and I wanted a way out. I went into a non-traditional route of the content creator space. Even though I had the degree, even though I had the big girl job, even though I was making a good salary, even though I had my downtown apartment, I was still living paycheck to paycheck, and I saw what the content creation space could be. And I'm telling you all this because I once was commuting into an office every single day and eventually started hating a job, but started a side hustle in the online space. I never intended on quitting my job, but eventually it just wasn't making sense anymore. And that job started making me really miserable. While I was building this online business, eventually I worked it up enough to quit. Walked away from corporate America for good, being able to work on my own time. I'm back in my hometown today. I literally just drove by that office that I used to commute into Monday through Friday, every single day, an hour each way. But this time I'm on vacation. It's a Thursday afternoon. I just met up with some girls on my team, teaching them how to do the same. So if you're getting into something new, whether it's content creation or not, do not give up. People are going to make fun of you. Your parents might think you're crazy. It's gonna be really tough. You're gonna be burning at both bridges for a little while. You're gonna have to sacrifice. You're gonna have to learn a new skill, but I promise you it pays off. The same way it just paid off that I just drove by Thursday afternoon, my old office. I'm so much happier now, and I'm always looking for more girls to teach them how to do the same. If that's you, drop your Instagram, let's chat.
I've been hustling in my digital marketing business for like 8 months, and now I'm quitting. Like, I'm done. I'm done with all the shit. I'm done with all the freaking hustling. Instead, what I've been doing recently is focusing on 3 different things. Number 1, I gave up on looking for all the crazy hacks and the secrets to trying to make all this shit work. I didn't focus on making my videos go super fucking viral. I just started sharing my journey, being honest and being authentic, and guess what? People started to buy. Number 2, I got really consistent. Yes, I know everybody says consistency, and they say that they're very consistent, but it seems like we're always consistently just looking and trying to learn rather than implementing. We don't have a lack of information, we got a lack of application. Stay consistent with the process. But number 3, I changed my state of being. Hustling and always feeling like I'm in this state of lack eventually breeds over in my video. Now I just show it with deep conviction. Tired of hustling and want to get mentored by me? Type 1 now.
Here is a story time of why I am no longer going to be side hustling at nighttime. I normally already don't do side hustles at night, but the other day I was driving home, it was around 7:30, and I got a $56 order, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to take that. I had forgotten the Instacart card in the car, so I was already in the store. I walked out, it was already dark outside, and this car pulls up next to me and just starts catcalling me. Hey, pretty girl, how are you doing? Hey, girl, hey. Ignoring him completely. I have my face on my phone. I'm looking down. He keeps going on and on and on. Oh, you're gonna act like you don't hear me? Hello, hey. And he's literally like, I'm walking, and he's just next to me, like, as I walk, going slow next to me. Now, at this point, I'm not really weirded out because this happens to me here and there. So I was just like, okay, he drove off. He went the other way. He took off kind of mad. So I was kind of like, okay, whatever. So I'm in the store. I already forgot about it. I'm bagging produce, and I just feel somebody right here behind my head. So dude comes up behind my ear and he goes, oh, you think you can just ignore me like that? When he was driving next to me in the car and I was walking, I never looked at his face. So I was like, oh, it's probably someone I know. So then he walks in front of me. Now he's right here. I look at him. I do not know who this guy is. So when he comes up to this side of me, he's like, oh, and you're still gonna ignore me? And he keeps going on and on about how I'm ignoring him. He goes, why won't you say anything? And I was like, because I don't want to talk to you. At this point, I'm pretty fearful because he's kind of like really close to my face and I didn't know what he was going to do to me. But he was getting very, very upset with me and I was just like, what do I do? What do I do? He was like, you think you're too good for me? You think you're too pretty? What is it? What is it? What is it? All I said again was, I don't want to talk to you. This man's ego was hurt. He was like, all right, bet. And he took off all pissed off. So then here's me pushing around my car, looking around me, all paranoid the whole time. I had a bad anxiety attack. After I finished checking out, I asked, can someone please walk me to my car? Because he saw me get in my car to get my Instacart card. The security guard they asked to walk me out was so freaking rude. He was like, I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna do it. And then one of the workers comes out and says, I'll take her to her car. Sweetest guy. Helped me load up all my groceries. He told me he's gonna watch my car leave to make sure no one follows me. His name was Corey. Shout out to Corey. And this story might not sound that bad to some of you, but I had anxiety the rest of the night, and where I went to deliver after was up like 10 miles up a dirt road. It was not worth it at all. So y'all won't catch me in the streets at nighttime no more.
So I'm just sitting here thinking, I don't want to be rich. I thought I did. For the longest time, the goal was to be rich, but I don't want to be rich. What I want is to be able to continue to afford to outsource things in my life. Every Thursday, I have a cleaning lady that comes to my house. She cleans my house from top to bottom, and it's so nice and clean and fresh. And later on in the day, I have a guy who comes. He picks up my laundry, and they go, they take it, they wash them, they fold them, and bring them back to my house. And all I have to do is put them away. And every Thursday, coincidentally enough, I am the happiest, most energetic, and fun mom ever because I'm able to spend quality time with my kid and not have to worry about the to-do list of things that I have to do at home. So yes, I don't want to be rich. I just want to continue to make enough to continue to outsource things in my life because these things makes me very, very, very happy.
I've never cared to be rich. You know what I've cared about though, and what rich means to me? I want to be in a position in my life where I don't worry about finances, where I can go and make a Costco trip and not stress out about what the total is going to be, or just go to the grocery store, a regular grocery store, and not worry about what I'm putting in my cart like I used to. Like that was something that was a stressor for me, and I just wanted to live comfortably and at peace. I don't care to have a lavish life. That's just not me. Do I like nice things? Yes, but I don't care to live this crazy lavish life. I really don't. I just want peace. I want peace. I want to live my life in that sense of peace where I'm not worrying about how I'm going to pay my bills, and if something comes up that I'm okay. For example, the reason why I'm thinking about this is because I'm 9 months pregnant. I'm like about to have my baby I have a few weeks left, but I had to get the rest of the baby registry stuff that I did not get in my baby shower, and my Amazon cart is up there. And a few months ago, that would have stressed me out so much. And today I'm like, wow, I'm so grateful to be in a position to where I can do this. I can get all the things that I need to get in the registry and not make or break anything, you know? Do I want to spend that much money? Absolutely not, but I can, and it's not a stressor for me, and it made me really think about how grateful I am and what is important to me. It's not living a lavish life. I just want to be comfortable.
A quick reminder, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe down below, and let's continue the video.
I don't want to be rich. Hold on. Listen to me. I don't want to be rich. I just want to be able to set my bills on auto pay and not have to worry about whether or not there's enough money to cover them. I want to be able to restock my fridge when it's empty. And I have 4 kids. It's always empty. I don't want to have to choose which bill to pay this month and which one to skip. Or be able to buy my kids a new pair of shoes when theirs are toast.
I feel rich, but it's not because I'm a rich woman. I just don't think people talk enough about the peace that comes with knowing how to live within your means. And quite honestly, it's a skill. But basically, you have to have the mindset that your security and your financial stability and the feeling of safety and peace that comes with it is more satisfying than any piece of lifestyle item, product, whatever, that you are going to potentially splurge money on. Now, I do believe that there is just like a certain baseline amount of money that you need to be making in order to live like just a comfortable life as a single human. But beyond that, it's all about the skill of knowing how to quench your thirst and your desire for certain lifestyle things with the amount of money that you make. Now, I think it's very easy for people to be like, oh, I just need to make X, Y, and Z more money so I can afford this lifestyle thing and be able to buy and pay for vacations and bags and clothes and fashion and a certain apartment. But in all honesty, like if that's your mindset, no amount of money, no amount of raise that you get is ever going to be enough, because as humans, our desire and our want for things that we don't have is always going to be able to grow, and we're always going to be able to want more and more and more. So if your mindset is, oh, I just need to make more money or I'm not making enough money, you're never going to feel rich. You're never going to feel stable. You're never going to feel secure. It's all mental. It's all about valuing stability and security more than you value meeting your desires and your tastes for lifestyle related things.
I always used to say, oh, I don't need to be rich. I don't need to be too wealthy. I just want to be comfortable. Babes, have you seen home prices in Jamaica? I'm going to need multi-million dollars.
For those of you that say, not everyone can be an entrepreneur, not everyone wants to sell t-shirts, not everyone, can be an entrepreneur. Okay, don't be an entrepreneur. Keep your 9 to 5, but you know what? Don't hold back people who do want a better lifestyle. Don't hold anyone back that wants to be in business class, first class, or even on a private jet. Support them. Even if it's far as, engaging with them on their posts or sharing their business posts, anything you can do to support them, support them. But don't hold them back for something that you don't want.
You would not believe the privilege I just heard from her. We're at the gas station. We're about to put gas into this car. And she goes, hey, do you know how to stop the gas pump from putting a certain amount? And I said, what do you mean? And she kept asking the same question, to which I then realized that every single time she puts gas in her car, she fills it up. Except this time, I'm paying. So I said, let's just not fill up the car. Let's put a certain amount. She's like, I don't know how to stop it. Like, I don't know how to put only a specific amount without it just filling up the car.
Am I like the only one that don't want to be rich? And hear me out, I don't want to work a 9 to 5 my whole life and retire when I'm 60 and can't do nothing. But I want to be wealthy. I want to have me a nice little 4 or 5 bedroom, court in the back or front yard, have my wife a stay-at-home mom, and go on vacation time to time. I want to live like a regular life. I wouldn't mind working as long as I like the job that I'm working. What a lot of people fail to understand is a lot of rich people work till this day. They don't just get rich and just stop. People have to keep working. And a lot of people might assume what I just described was rich, but I believe that's wealthy. Rich is buying all these supercars and, just being stupid rich. I don't want to be stupid rich. I just want to have a nice decent life. I don't want no financial problems, and I want to go on vacation when I want to. Besides that, I don't feel the need to have like all super money. Like, I don't know, that's just me. I don't know.
So in order for you to live comfortable, right, you have to make at least 200 grand per year. One person has to make at least 200K per year. At least. And for me personally, I just want to have location freedom. I be wherever I want to be when I want to be there. Spend time with whoever I want to spend time with when I want to spend time with them. You know, and that's it. True freedom. That is my goal personally.
Hey, so I was listening to this post, right? And this dude, he was interviewing older people. And it was this older man, he was like 80 years old or whatever. And he asked him, he was like, you know, what's something that you wish that you knew back when you were younger that you know now? And the old man, he said, he was like, you know, I wish that I would have just slowed down a lot when I was in my younger years. He said, I felt like I was always rushing, always trying to do something and do more and get more money and do all these things, that now that I'm older, I see that he said, now I'm older, I just be chilling. Like, I just enjoy life and stuff. And he's like, I wish I would have learned to do that earlier. And that shit resonates with me like crazy, because I feel like that's what I'm going through right now. I don't know about y'all, but like ever since I turned 30 years old, bro, like it's just been an overwhelming sense of like urgency and a need to like, it's now or never type of energy. Which granted, yeah, there is a sense of urgency, and like I feel like everybody should have a sense of urgency, but I think that lately I've been feeling like my shit is just overdoing. Like it's to the point where it's hard for me to enjoy my day-to-day life because I'm so tunnel vision and focused in on like, I gotta get here, I gotta get to this next point. Like I'm not there yet. Like I don't feel satisfied just being where I'm at, and I don't like feeling like that because it's kind of like robs the joy out of life. Like I don't know, bro. It's tough because it's two-sided. It's like, yeah, there's that, but then on the other side it's like, okay, but you're not where you want to be or where you said you would be at this time of your life, so you gotta go harder, obviously, to get to that point. But at the same time, it's like, damn, bro, why can't you just be appreciative and enjoy where you are in your process right now? And so this is like a battle that I've been going through personally in my mind that I don't know, maybe somebody else is going through, and I just figured I would share. And I don't know, let's talk about it. Like how do you feel about this shit? If you going through the same thing, how do you feel about it? How do you deal with it? What's tips that you could offer? Like, I don't know, anything. Like,
my guy, I do agree. 100%. People do want to be rich, and they don't want to either budget or work for it. Now, not everybody, right? But most people, they don't like to hustle. They don't like to grind. Now, my definition in rich is it's a little bit different, right? I call it wealth. And it's not what you're maybe imagining, right? For me, wealth is, even if I'm making, I don't know, $75,000 or $100,000 a year, if I'm able to live comfortably and I'm able to see my family and spend time with my family and just live life a little bit, I find that to be more than enough, right? Being wealthy in terms of having the time to actually spend time with your family and not be struggling with money. There's a lot of people that I know who are making under $100,000 who live phenomenally, right? Now, for us, that the people that want to get a little bit more, they call us greedy, right? Well, we're really not, but whatever. We want a little bit more. We want to experience different things. We gotta hustle. We gotta grind. We have to be able to know how to track our money and how to track our spending. And that's where budgeting comes in play, right? We have to be experts of that, which, same plug, but I am working on one, so stay tuned for that one. Should be available in the next 2 to 3 weeks. Bye.
I was about to go to sleep, but I can't. Now I'm up. And one thing I have to say is that immigrant parents will tell you all the time they're worried about your finances. They're worried about how you're spending money on this, spending money on that. Whole time, your biggest finance, your biggest expense is them. Imagine giving someone $300 a month, every month, until the day they die, on top of Christmas presents, Mother's Day, Father's Day, and whatever random expense comes up that they text you about. Girl, you're what I worry about financially. If I was to take my budget to a financial planner, they'd be like, you need to cut that lady out your life. She's bleeding you dry. Don't worry about my rent. Don't worry that I bought my 5th bag this month. You're my biggest expense. You will always be. You are what I worry about financially. All right, now I'm going back to bed.
I don't ever want to be rich because I don't know a single funny rich person who's like sure, there's some funny rich people in the sense that like you can't believe how detached from reality they are, but there are no self-aware rich.
Hey, let me just tell you something, man. Being a small business owner, self-employed, and a single father of 3 kids, it is lonely as hell, man. I ain't got time for friendships or relationship because if I'm not physically working, I'm at home working on phone calls, messages, paperwork, researching things, and then my other time goes with my kids, man. And I'm just saying, it's lonely. This ain't for everyone. This is the kind of lifestyle that's good for me at this time in my life. Things will change pretty soon, actually, once my kids are older and move out, and I'll have a lot more free time to go do things and enjoy life and make more relationships and stuff like that. But for now, man, I'm going on year 3. Actually, it's been 3 years. I'm going on year 4 of business and having my kids living with me, and it gets real lonely, man. That's all I'm saying. It just gets real lonely. It gets real freaking boring sometimes. But it's the life that I wanted. It's the life that I have built. It's the life that God has blessed me with. So I'm not here to complain. I'm just saying, wish me the best, y'all. Bless up.
I don't want to be rich. I'm not bothered about a big house and flashy cars. I just want to be able to go to the supermarket at the weekends and just get what I want without looking at my bank balance. I just want to fill the fridge, fill the cupboards, put a full tank of fuel in my shitty little car. And maybe every now and again say, you know what, let's go out tonight, let's have some out. Let's get some food somewhere. I want to be able to do those things without having to count every fucking penny in my bank. And if I had that, I'd be rich.
You know, people often ask me, dear me, what do you do? How are you able to travel and just maneuver how you want? You know, it just seems like you're just able to live a footloose and fancy-free life. Well, to tell you the truth, I sell cat. That's what I do. No, I'm just playing. Honestly, I live extremely below my means. I have never been a girl that needed to keep up with the Joneses. Luxury for me is having the freedom to be able to do whatever the fuck I want to do without somebody telling me that I have to give them an explanation why I get to do what the fuck I want to do. I'm not writing my boss an email because I don't have a boss. I basically work for myself. And even jobs that I do, I work for an agency where I still get to make my own schedule in my own times and work when I want to work. And also, I live below my means, like I said. And when you live below your means, it gives you, actually, it affords you the luxury to be able to live how you want to live. I have a regular car. I have a Jeep. It ain't a raggedy hoopty, but it's nice. I live in a very regular apartment area. Actually, my apartment is on rent control, so I don't even pay half of what people in LA pay. You could consider it the hood, but it's a great hood for me. And that's how I live my life, and you should do the same. Stop trying to keep up with the people.
You know, I'm sitting out here and scrolling through TikTok waiting to go to work, and I came across this rich guy on my For You page talking about how because he makes car content, he was talking about how all of his cars are in the shop getting built or worked on and blah, blah, blah. So now he's left without a car to make car content with, which I get, it sucks. And he was talking about how stressed he is and blah, blah, blah. Like, dude, I don't want to hear it. You know what I mean? I would rather be on his level of stress, like dealing with his problems than my problems. But dude, try dealing with us poor people problems. Right now, I'm sitting on my doorstep waiting for my boss to need me so I can go to work and make some money and pay my bills. You know what I mean? I got 2 vehicles. One needs a transmission. The other one's probably about to blow up at any moment. And I'm not sending them to the shop to get built or, you know, to be fast or anything like that. They'd be going to the shop to get, if I can even afford to send them to the shop in the first place. But, yeah, man, I can't be the only one that hates hearing that stuff. But at the same time, I would like to be on his level of stress instead of mine. You know what I mean?
One of the biggest misconceptions about early retirement is that you need tons of money to retire early.
I absolutely love that TikTok showed me this TikTok. By the way, go watch that video because Rachel breaks down the different types of fire perfectly. But I want to talk about this. The fire movement has been a big talk, especially on Reddit, but the past couple of years it's kind of had like this resurgence of articles and all types of stuff. But I wanted to share it from our family's point of view, because we have gone from lean fire to barista fire and very soon coast fire. TLDR, we actually bought our first home in 2016. My husband retired, I retired him. So we kind of went into the lean fire section of that whole retiring early thing. Then he got bored, went back to work, and we became a barista fire family. And I find Rachel's video intriguing because she actually touches on barista fire, which I feel like nobody talks about. You get bored in early retirement. You do. And sometimes I see the fire community giving other people flack for getting a job or starting a business while they are in the fire movement, which I don't think is very fair, because when you retire in your 30s, you still want to do stuff. And if you're in your 30s and you decide you want to reach the coast fire level and not go back to the lean fire level, you're going to have to do something, right? And this is where we both were. We were both in our almost late 30s. My husband was retired. I am an online content creator, so I could retire whenever I feel like it. But he got bored and I wanted to do more. So we did. Now we're at a point where he's doing more at work because he loves his job. I'm doing less because I love my job and I want to do more of the things that make me happy. And we're just doing things that we want to do, not because we have to pay a bill, but because we want to get to coast fire. And admittedly, I'm in a phase where I want to upgrade the things that matter to us to, you know, things that will last a little bit longer, which means you got to put in a little bit more work and make more money. And maybe I felt inclined to stitch this particular TikTok because I actually don't talk about this in any of my friend groups or my family circle. But I think it's important to talk about and kind of show what this type of lifestyle looks like. Anyway, have you heard of the fire movement? Are you part of the fire movement? Let me know, because I think it's time to speak up a little bit more about this one.
I'm looking at it and I still can't believe it. Side hustle is now illegal.
My facial expression is like this because literally WTF. So go back and watch that entire video. They are thinking about classifying side hustles as second jobs. And somewhere in the video, it mentions that the Biden administration wants to make sure that one job is enough for Americans. Well, if that's the case, raise minimum wage. Why is minimum wage still set less than $10 in some places? If you want to make sure Americans only need one job, make sure people are making a living wage. Weren't people just all in an uproar about why should McDonald's workers get $15 an hour? Why should fast food workers get $15 an hour? But you know why so many people are in an uproar? Because many of those people only make $30,000, $40,000 a year and they went to college. So they feel like because they went to college and they are pretty much making $15, $16, $17, $18 an hour, if you turn their salary into hourly, why would someone at McDonald's be making more than them? Newsflash, I know people that work for the Chicago Transit Authority that stand in the booth. They're making $30, $40 an hour. But this gig economy work being classified as second jobs, why is that a problem? Job income from a W-2 job, if you're going to be classified as an actual employee, is going to be taxed. The government is looking to create tax dollars for themselves. They'll also be able to take out things like FICA and Social Security, which Social Security is in a deficit right now. So it just may be that there aren't enough worker bees currently that are paying into systems where some of these systems aren't sustaining. And a lot of the comments on that post, people are like, oh, isn't this a great thing? Because then there will be regulation. Why does a side hustle need to be regulated? I've driven for Uber. I have driven for Lyft. They now show you the distance, the destinations, and how much they're paying. Some of the pay they pay for some of the rides is disrespectful, and I would politely decline. I don't have to take I don't have to take an Uber ride. I don't have to take a Lyft ride. If you're doing Uber Eats, you don't have to accept if you don't want to take the pay. But if you accept, that means that you're okay with the pay. But then I thought of something. So many people have an employee mindset. It's a side hustle. It's a side gig. Now, when Uber first, I started driving for Uber back in like 2012 or something like that. I signed up for Uber and they were paying up to like $37. They were like, we'll pay you $37 an hour if you do 10 rides over the weekend. No brainer. Sign me up. I will do it. But then you have people that are protesting and, oh, something needs to be done. And now the something is, we'll make this a second job and we'll take taxes out of it and we'll take FICA and we'll take Social Security. I'm not saying they would do that, but jobs take taxes out of your pay and Social Security and FICA. When you're a 1099 independent contractor, you get all of your money up front and pay taxes later. So sometimes we have to think about what we're fighting for and what we're asking for. But go back and watch that video. Be sure to like this video, follow me, comment. I would love to hear your comments and feedback. And you down with OPM? Yeah, you know me. You down with OPM? Yeah, you know me. Who's down with OPM? Everybody should be down with OPM. Everybody should be down with other people's money. I am Jamesia Jonay. I show people how to use other people's money to pay their mortgage, create cash flow, generate wealth, protect their assets. Like, follow, share, comment, save. Let's talk about this. What y'all think about this?
I appreciate you guys watching the video today. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.